Once upon a time, there was a smart scientist on an island, and he loved to learn about fancy science things. One day, he hopped onto a boat for a sea journey and met a friendly boatman. As the boat drifted along, the scientist started asking the boatman lots of questions about science. Have you ever heard about how liquids move? It's called fluid dynamics, the scientist said, sounding pretty proud. The boatman just chuckled. Nah, Doc, I never heard of that. The scientist then laughed at the man and insulted him, saying, How pitiful that you don't know these things. Your life is useless. The scientist kept throwing more big science words at the boatman, like buoyancy and thermodynamics. Each time, the boatman just smiled and admitted he didn't know much about all that stuff, but kept the boat going smoothly. As they sailed, the weather changed, dark clouds gathered, and the wind got stronger. The scientist got worried as the once calm sea turned into a bumpy ride. Do something. Can't you control this boat better? The scientist shouted as the boat rocked with the waves. With a calm look, the boatman replied, Well, Doc, it turns out science can't stop a storm. But don't worry, I can. The boatman skillfully guided the boat through the storm, showing the scientist that sometimes practical know-how is more important than big words. When the storm passed, the scientist looked at the boatman with a new understanding. You're the real expert on these waters. Thanks for helping us through the storm, the scientist said, now feeling a bit wet and humble. The boatman smiled and said, Well, Doc, maybe there's more to learn from the sea than from all those fancy books. This story teaches us an important lesson that learning is great, but sometimes the best lessons come from real-life experiences. Don't think that you have the every right to look down on someone just because you have higher education attainment than them. Being humble and practical can help you navigate through life's storms better. And so, the boat sailed away into the sunset, carrying the lesson that knowing a lot isn't as important as being ready for whatever comes your way.